What are the top 10 things to do in Hamilton, Ontario? As Hamilton is a large city, so no matter if you're watching this in the summertime, the wintertime, on a sunny day or a rainy day, Hamilton is going to have a wide variety of different activities for you to choose from. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a local realtor, and this is my channel where I share everything about what it's like living in Burlington and the surrounding areas like Hamilton. So if you're interested in learning more about what it's like living in these areas, make sure to hit the subscribe button. But in today's video, I wanted to give you my top 10 things I would do if I had an afternoon or a weekend in Hamilton, Ontario. So let's first kick off the list with the thing that Hamilton is most known for, which is all the amazing waterfalls, hiking paths, and green spaces it offers its residents and visitors. As there's more than 150 waterfalls and countless trails to explore while in Hamilton. In this video, I'll give you my top 3 varying on difficulty. So the very first one I'd recommend is Tiffany Falls, as Tiffany Falls is located just in Ancaster, and this is a relatively short hike that is easy to do alongside a river as you cross some bridges. Then the next waterfalls I'd recommend you go check out would be in Spencer's Gorge, located in Dundas. Now in this large conservation area, you'll find a wide variety of different waterfalls. If you want the closest one to the parking lot, you can go check out Hamilton's largest waterfalls in Webster Falls. But if you want to walk a little bit further, you can check out Tews Falls, which is Hamilton's tallest waterfall. And then as you continue walking, you'll come across Dundas Peak. Now, Dundas Peak is a beautiful lookout and definitely rewards you after a nice long hike. Then the final waterfall I'll mention is Shadok Falls. Now, this doesn't have a traditional gravel or paved out path. This here, you're really just hiking along a creek, going up a few different structures before you land at Shadok Falls. But other than all the amazing hiking trails, parks, and green spaces you can enjoy in Hamilton, another thing you can go check out is one of the many hometown teams. As in Hamilton, you're going to have a wide variety of different sporting events going on throughout the year. As here you're home to the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the CFL and have a long history and culture that you can just feel when you attend the games, but you also have the Hamilton Bulldogs playing in the AHL. The Toronto Rock actually recently just moved all their home games to Hamilton. And then you have tour leagues as well that are relatively new in Forge FC, which is a brand new Canadian Premier Soccer League with an amazing atmosphere, and the Hamilton Honey Badgers that actually just won the championship for the Canadian Elite Basketball League. And then of course, other than the professional sports teams, you also have all the university and college teams, more specifically McMaster University's basketball and football team, which you'll routinely find on the local broadcast as well. But other than the sporting events, you also have a wide variety of different shows, events, and festivals coming throughout Hamilton. Now, some of the more popular ones, of course, would be the Super Call, which is an annual art and indie festival held in September in downtown Hamilton, and this attracts more than 200,000 visitors annually to watch over 50 bands, making it one of the largest free music festivals in all of Ontario. But on top of that, you'll find a large showcase and large-scale visual art installations, independent fashion, some street theater, as well as some street performance arts, dance, and more food trucks and artisanal markets to shop at. But you also have some amazing food events. In particular, you can find the Beer Festival, you can find the Rib Fest, as well as the Food Truck Festival, and many, many more. And what's great about Hamilton is Hamilton has a lot of these, as Burlington gets one Rib Fest. However, because Hamilton is so large, not only does the central part have a Rib Fest, but Stony Creek has a Rib Fest, Dundas has a Rib Fest, Ancaster has a Rib Fest. So there's so many more festivals for you to choose and go and attend when living in Hamilton. But other than the festivals that come to Hamilton, Hamilton is actually a routine stop for any rock bands, musicians, artists, or comedians, or just shows in general that are on a tour to stop off in Canada. As here, you can go check out the Arkells, who are a hometown rock band gone global, who just recently played at the Tim Hortons Field Stadium. But then you have shows like the Blue Man Group and Disney on Ice. So no matter what age range you're looking for or what you're interested in, Hamilton is going to have a wide variety of different performance and events for you to go check out. If you're interested in what's happening now, go check out the links in the description. I'll leave some event calendars for you to get easy access to. But other than all these shows and events, another great thing to do while you're in Hamilton is to try out the local cuisines, as Hamilton's culinary street cred is at an all-time high, as because of the diverse population with a variety of different chefs, baristas, and brewers, all coming to Hamilton with different backgrounds, you'll be able to find any cuisine your heart can imagine. What will be more difficult is choosing what you should order first. Now, some of my personal favorite spots is first Handbook, where you can of course get that classic burger, or you can go try one of their more unique burgers. My personal favorite would be the Maui Wowie, which is a burger that has pulled pork and pineapple jam on that. And then for dessert, you can just walk over to Chocolate on James and get that sweet tooth craving fix with many other different sweet treats. My personal favorite is their cheesecake dipped on the stick. I personally get the Reese's Pieces one. And while we're on the topic of talking all about this amazing food made with fresh local ingredients, that actually brings me on to the next thing you can do in Hamilton, and that is to visit any of the local farms and farmers markets that happen throughout Hamilton. As because Hamilton is a large city with lots of rural parts, you're going to find a variety of different farms you can visit depending on the growing season, as you'll find some farms with those apple orchards you can go pick in the fall time, or you can go pick some peaches in August. You also have those strawberry fields, those pumpkin patches, and those fresh sweet corn fields. So there's a wide variety of different local farms you can go visit. But if you can't make the trip out to one of those amazing local farms, you can also visit Hamilton's farmers market. So Hamilton has one major farmers market that operates year-round, located in downtown Hamilton, and it was started back in 1837 with more than 50 different vendors offering a variety of different products from produce, meat, fish, poultries, egg, deli, baked goods, flowers, specialty foods, and more. And this is awesome, as not only can you just support local businesses, but you can find some of the best soups and baked goods down in this spot here. But other than the main farmers market that goes on in downtown Hamilton, each one of the areas of Stony Creek, Ancaster, Dundas, Waterdown all also host their own individual farmers markets on different days. Then if you continue driving past those farms, you'll actually come across the next thing to do in Hamilton, which is to visit the African Lion Safari. Now this is a zoo, but it's not just your typical zoo, as what makes this zoo different is it's home to more than 1,000 distinct animals, from packs of lions to chimpanzees to exotic birds that all roam freely throughout 7 distinct game reserves. That means they're not the one in the cage, you'll be joining them in the cage as you drive through these 7 distinct areas and see these animals up close and personal. So because of that, it's definitely one of the more unique experiences you can do while in Hamilton. Then another thing you can do, which is great if you have young kids, would be to visit one of these special activities that happens throughout Hamilton's parks. As you have Confederation Park that offers not only wild waterworks, where it has some large and kids slides, as well as a splash pad, a lazy river, and a huge wave pool, but you also have a Venture Village, which is best known for the mini golf it offers, as well as fun activities like sifting through gold, hitting some balls at the batting cages, or playing some laser tag. But other than that, you can move up a little bit more south to Binbrook's Conservation Area, where you'll find Fun Splash Park. And this is the ultimate playground where you can splash, climb, jump, swing, bounce, and slide while making some of the best family memories on these inflatable different platforms that you can try to conquer with your friends and families. Or if you're interested in catching some waves, you can sign up for some wakeboarding lessons here as well. And then if the water is not your thing, you can also take to the air with the treetop trekking and zip lining service it offers you, allowing you to explore Binbrook Conservation Area from the tops of the trees. And then if you're looking for more of those traditional park-like activities, I'd recommend going to check out Valens Lake Conservation Area, which has everything you would want when camping there, as not only do you have tent spots as well as RV spots, but you also have a beach, a little cute camp store, as well as a wide variety of different activities, from boating to hiking to fishing to just exploring the campgrounds. And if you're interested in learning more about what other parks Hamilton offers you, I'd recommend you go check out my video going over Hamilton's top 10 parks. But other than that, let's move on to our next thing you can do in Hamilton, and that is to go visit all the local breweries and wineries that are around, as not only in downtown Hamilton will you find Collective Arts Brewery, where you can go check out some amazing artwork and then try out some of their few beverages on their patio, or you can go take some to go home. Or you can go visit Merritt Brewery, where you can go grab some craft beers while enjoying some unique sausages that they offer. I'd recommend you go check out the Philly, which is like a Philly cheesesteak in a single sausage. Then outside the downtown core, you have a wide variety of different breweries like Grain and Grit and Fairweather Brewery off to the west. And then other than the breweries, because Hamilton is located right beside the Niagara region, it makes it a perfect spot to go out one weekend and go check out one of the many wineries located in the Niagara region. And then if you're interested at continuing your drinking at night, the next thing you can do in Hamilton is go check out Hess Village. As if you're looking for some of the best things to do in Hamilton once the sun goes down, a stroll through Hess Village will give you a little bit of everything you could ask for, as a walk through Hess Village will lead you past some historic buildings that have been turned into some fantastic pubs, clubs, restaurants, and cafes, but you'll also find plenty of delicious things to eat here later in the night in the cobbled streets, which includes my personal favorite spot to stop at, Smoke's Poutineery. And what's great about Hess Village is this street is turned into a pedestrian-only walkway during special events that one of the many bars or cafes have. So then another thing you can do while in Hamilton, especially if you're feeling lucky, is to go check out the Elements Flamborough Casino. As here, not only can you take a spin on many different slot machines, or you can go all in on table games like blackjack or roulette, but perhaps my favorite thing about this casino here happens to be the racetrack, where you can spend the day or afternoon rooting for winners around the racetrack, and hey, you might even get lucky and hit a few winners. So those were my top 10 things to do in Hamilton. But since you stuck around to the end of this video here, I'll share 2 additional bonus ones that didn't make the cut. And the very first one is to go check out all the amazing golf courses that Hamilton has. As I know myself as an avid golfer, Hamilton has some amazing golf courses that I enjoy. Number 1 being Chadoke Golf Course, offering 2 different 18 holes in the Beddoe and Martin, but you also have Knollwoods Golf Club, Dundas Valley Golf Club, as well as Glendale's Golf Club. And then if you're looking for a more beginner course, I'd recommend you go check out Rock Chapel, which is just a chip and putt as well as driving range course for you to enjoy. And then other than golfing, another thing you can do while in Hamilton is go explore the local history, as Hamilton is a historic city offering you some amazing historical events and figures for you to check out. And the first one I'd recommend you go check out is located in Pier 8, and it's Canada's only tribal class destroyer, the HMCH Haida. Now this is Canada's last surviving and most famous warship, docked in Pier 8 in Hamilton Harbor, as not only did it serve in World War II, the Korean War, and the Cold Wars, and was known as one of the best destroyers and sank more enemy surface tonnage than any other Canadian warship. But now it's turned into a complete war museum where you can go on board and get a self-guided tour or a fully guided tour where you can imagine yourself as a crew member as you explore each level of the different decks. Then if the sea isn't your thing, you need to take it to the air with visiting the Canadian Warplane Museum. And here you're going to find a wide variety of different airplanes and helicopters that have been used in the Canadian military from World War II all the way up to present day. In particular, one of their showcase units is a Lancaster bomber, which is one of only 2 left in existence. And also in the Canadian Warplane Museum, they host an annual air show where not only do they display all of these classic planes flying about, but there's also aerial acrobats that go on. Then the last historical site I'll mention here is Dundurn Castle, as here you'll find a neoclassical mansion that was built in 1835 and was home to many of the significant figures that lived in Hamilton's history. As here you'll find an 18,000 square foot home with more than 40 rooms where you can walk throughout and experience what it was like to live in the mid-19th century in complete luxury, as you tour ornately decorated bedrooms, hallways, and beautifully landscaped courtyards. So I hope you now have a better idea how you should spend a weekend or some free time when you're in Hamilton. And if you're interested in learning what those top 10 parks are, the next video I'd recommend you go check out is my video going over exactly that. So you can find that video right here. And other than that, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any more of my future Hamilton videos. Otherwise, I'll see you off in the next video, and I hope you have a great day.